In this video, we will be reviewing the Analyzer module of the C Nect Workbench. Analyzer is a powerful pivot user interface that allows you to perform top-down analysis on a given data set. With Analyzer, you can view your data in grouped, hierarchical form, drill down into the underlying detailed data, and also dynamically chart data elements that you select. All data that is retrieved by the C Nect Workbench Analyzer is locally cached in the Workbench for fast manipulation. So let's have a look. We'll start with the Explorer panel and select our air travel application. Within air travel, we're going to take a look at the Flight Summary Report, which is a collection of flights over time. Our filter is set to retrieve all flight data for the first quarter of 2012 that pertains to the top 3 U.S. airlines, American, Delta, and United. Now we'll click Run to generate the interactive pivot report from approximately 2.5 million rows of data. Okay. Now the data that matches our filter criteria has been returned. As you can see here in our row count statistic, we've retrieved over 428,000 rows out of the possible 2.5 million rows available to us. So let's build our report. First, we'll shrink the size of the filter panel a little, just to give ourselves some extra room. Okay. Now, in our Analyzer data panel, we can see that we have a number of different data elements at the top of the main data panel. We can use these to generate our interactive report simply by dragging and dropping them into the report area. But first, let's sort the data points by clicking the Sort button in the Control panel. Now all the data points are sorted and the bits we need will be easier to locate. Let's say we wanted to see the number of flights by the 3 airlines along with the number of flights with departure delays greater than 15 minutes. First, we'll drag the airline data point to the row area. Now we see all the airlines listed on the left as rows. Next, let's take the flights data point and drop it into the data area, and then we'll drop the departure delays greater than 15 minutes next to the number of flights, also in the data area. Now, we'll add the month on top of the columns to show the breakdown of flights and delays by each month. Even though we're working with over 428,000 rows of data in the local cache, you can see that the changes made are happening pretty quickly with very little delay. Now, what we see here is giving us a good view into comparing the number of delays compared to the number of flights by airline per month. If we wanted to take a little further, we could expand on the hierarchy of the pivot. To demonstrate that, I'm going to add, let's say, the state of origin, like that, and let's add one more level, let's say the city of origin as well. Now, if you want to reduce this hierarchy, simply drag the data point you want out of the pivot and back onto the top of the data panel. You could also reduce the hierarchy by clicking on one of the row groups and collapse it, which we'll do here with state. So now, we're looking at 3 months of flights and departure delays for American, Delta, and United, grouped by origin state and city, with the city hierarchy collapsed. What happens if I only want to know about what has happened with just California for these 3 months? I can hover the pointer over the state grouping, and you will notice that a small filter icon appears. I can click that, uncheck Show All, and then just select California. Almost instantaneously, we see just the stats that pertain only to California. If I'm interested in the underlying data that rolls up into any of the values in my pivot, I can double-click that value to see all the underlying transactional data. Since it's coming from the local data cache, the retrieval of the 8,000 plus underlying records is almost instantaneous. The last thing that will be covered in this video is charting. C Nect's Analyzer comes with dynamic charting that is connected to the pivot data you are viewing and selecting on the screen. So let's say we wanted to view the flight and delay stats on, say, a bar chart. We would first click View in the top menu bar and then Chart. Now, we'll select all the visible data points for all 3 months. Then we'll look at just month 1, now 2, and finally 3. As you can see, as we change the selection, the chart automatically updates to include only the data that I am highlighting. There are a number of different chart options to choose from for quick visualization of your data. Oh, there's actually one more thing to mention. Before you close out any interactive report in Analyzer, you can save the layout, and the next time you open the view, it will recall and set up the report with the same layout even if the underlying data has changed. We hope you found this video useful in gaining a better understanding of the Analyzer module of the C Nect Workbench. To learn more about Connect, you can view our other videos or contact us at connectdata.com to request a personalized demo. Thanks for your time.